About Elly is a perfect masterpiece in every sense of the word, whether be it the gripping story, the cast, the acting, the backdrop, the cinematography, and also the direction. Every bit about the movie is praiseworthy and it deserves more attention. So, without spoiling anything, let me tell you why you should not miss this gem of a movie. About Elly is an Iranian film directed by Asghar Farhadi, who was the first Iranian writer-director to win an Oscar for his film A Separation. Set in the backdrop of the Caspian seashore in the north of Iran, this movie brilliantly captures a gripping tale of the urban middle class with secrets and deception hidden in the core of the film. One New York film critic said this about the film. About Elly is strangely elegant in its mood of hopelessness. It's breezy, then suspenseful, and gradually crushingly sad. On its own terms, it's a perfect film. The movie aptly depicts a picture of an Iranian society that we don't often see in the mainstream media or any Western films. The setting takes us to the realm of educated and affluent Iran, where women wear jeans with hijab, and director Asghar Farhadi brilliantly portrays the semblance between modernism and Islamic traditions. The movie begins with 7 adults who have been friends since college heading out for a weekend trip to a beach in North Iran. They have their children with them, and there's one friend of theirs who just came back to Iran after his divorce in Germany. All of them know each other well. But one person that sticks out as a sore thumb in the group is the main character named Elly, who is a shy kindergarten teacher who was added last minute in the group without most of them knowing. She is the teacher of Sapide's child, who is seen as a potential match for Ahmad. From the get-go of the movie, the audience won't be able to guess that something is off or something is about to go wrong until it does, and that hits you like a brick out of nowhere. As the story progresses, the audience's point of view is synced with Elly's experience on this trip as she tries to comprehend what's going on around her. Elly is depicted as a pretty, independent, and smart woman that takes care of herself and her sickly mother back home. While at first glance, About Elly may look like a simple story of adults enjoying a vacation, it sets off an ambiguous tone when Elly calls her mother and informs her to not tell anyone about her vacation. The mysterious backdrop sets in when Elly gets anxious to return back home just after a night, and that is where the film starts to take pace. Director Farhadi presents an interwoven narrative of personal stories of a group of friends and a stranger that feels Iranian yet universal. The film shows how even trivial lies made with good intentions can backstab you at unsuspecting times. It's a narrative filled with drama and ambiguity as the movie changes its tone just as the vast sea in front of them. Here, even the sea plays a pivotal role in how the never-ending vastness hides beneath some truths that are never to be found, or found just too late. There's a scene where Elly flies a kite with the children, and in that scene, director Asghar Farhadi shows his cinematic brilliance as one can analyze it as a metaphor where Elly is craving for freedom to break free from this place, just like the kite trying to soar high and escape. Instead of showing the kite, the director intentionally pans out on Elly, who's anxious, tired, and wants to go home. Why does she want to go home so badly? What is she hiding? Why did not she want anyone to know about the trip? The film tackles these questions even more when Elly goes missing. This is not a spoiler, but it's part of the plot. This is the highlighting moment of the movie as it starts to peak from here. The first half may seem like a slow start to many, but the moment Elly disappears, it feels like a different film altogether. Even the mysterious backdrop of the sea, the puzzle characters, and the dialogues that present a blame game and points fingers at one another are engaging to watch. The audience is given little fodder in bits and pieces as they start to wonder what happened to Elly and where is she right now. Again, the brilliance of the writer-director to grip us throughout the tale is praiseworthy as we are given more backstories and narratives and characters that clear up our doubts about Elly and her real story. The movie also deals with how pent-up emotions between husbands, wives, or even friends can erupt like a volcano when push comes to shove. The grudges, animosities, and unspoken rifts between the characters keep falling like dominoes when everything gets questioned. It's also the brilliant performance of the cast that grips you as an audience as you end up looking for more than just answers. It won't be an exaggeration to state that Farhadi's scripting brilliance is at par with his directing abilities as he intricately plots the stories of all the characters together to show emotional intensity and vulnerability when it comes to saving ourselves in times of crisis. One particular character by Sapide, played brilliantly by Golshifteh Farhani, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, steals every frame she's in as a helpless, idealistic wife and a friend with honest intentions. You might have seen her as Nick Khan in Extraction, when Sepide gets grilled by her husband about why she invited a stranger to this vacation and what was her intention behind all this. Why did she want Elly to stay? We are presented with the answers that we are looking for. The husband-wife dynamic between them also subtly hints at underlying patriarchal norms that still have their grip even in the urban Iranian life. Now, one particular part of the film that shines the most is a scene that takes place in the open sea. Without spoiling anything, let me tell you that scene is where the director and the cinematographer show their peak filmmaking brilliance. The director willingly chooses to show the eeriness of the sea with the character's current condition in a scene. As the camera struggles to find balance in the open water, you feel immersed in the narrative as an audience who is waiting to know the truth and is looking for answers. Not utilizing any stabilization tactics to shoot the scene, the director wants you to feel the uneasiness and drowsiness of the situation that the characters are going through. The shaky camera, the ambiguous tone, and the unsettling angles go hand in hand to give us one of the finest moments of Iranian cinema. That scene alone is enough to make you watch About Elly. So, if you're watching this video till now, I hope I have convinced you all to watch this movie, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. In the future, I will make more video essays about more Iranian films and other global cinema that one should definitely watch. So, for the love of movies, stay tuned at Filmosophy.